Welcome to class 11th mathematics classes. Okay, this is chapter 10th of the NCERT book, conic sections. Let's learn in this what is the basics of conics and then how they can be useful. Okay, so what we are going to learn in this is what are the conics, what circle, about information about circle, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. Then some details about circle, and then equations, possible equations in circle, exercise based on circles, then parabola, exercise based on parabola, ellipse and its exercise, hyperbola and exercise, and then miscellaneous exercise. And some more information, what is the relation with conic equations as well as a pair of straight lines equation. What is the relation we'll learn? All those things we'll learn in this chapter. These are the basics of conics. Okay. For more information, you need to solve the problems of JEE and BITSAT level. Okay. So let's get into the conics. What are conics? Okay. Conics are four types basically: circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. These are called conics. If you have already looked at the shapes, how they look it, you may not think there is a relation between these four, right? These four are independent geometrical shapes. Okay, but there is a relation between all of them. The relation is if you take a double napped cone. Okay, what is a double napped cone? This is how it looks. Okay, the double napped cone is a cone, one cone upside down and other cone in the reverse direction. Okay, and they're attached at the vertex V. Okay, if you take a double napped cone, okay, what are the names important here? The central line is called the axis, which is going through the vertex and center of the top circle, okay, and bottom circle. This is called axis. Then you have an angle. The axis makes an angle, sorry, this side line, cross line makes an angle of alpha with the axis. Then the topper one you call upper nap and lower one you call lower nap, and this one is called generator, this line. Okay, and then slope of this one is m. Okay, these are the basic information. Okay, now how these conics are obtained are, you have a plane. Okay, you take a plane. Okay, the blue lines here, three blue lines, this is a plane. Okay, if the plane is cutting this double napped cone in certain direction, okay, that is beta here. Okay, beta, it is making an angle of beta with the axis, correct? Alpha is the angle axis and generator are making. Beta is the angle the plane is making with the axis. Okay, depending on this beta and the relation with alpha, either greater than or equal or less than, based on that you generate multiple shapes. Those shapes are nothing but the circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. Okay, so let's learn this one and the relation between all these one. So the most important thing to know is all these are related and they are generated from same object called a double napped cone. Okay, and the interaction with the plane with this. Okay, so ellipse. When a plane cuts the nap, okay, double nap or single nap basically. Okay, here it is only either upper nap or lower nap it will cut. Okay, other than the vertex of the cone, we have the following situations when beta is equal to 90 degrees possible, correct? Beta is 90 degrees with the axis, then the section is called cone. See, if it is cut straight like this, the angle it makes with the axis is 90 degrees, and you will see a circle shape like how you are seeing on the top. Same circle shape you will see everywhere when it cuts at the 90 degrees. So beta is 90 degrees, you will see a circle shape. When beta is between alpha and 90 degrees like this, okay, means acute angle, correct? Between these two, if it is more than alpha and less than this one, then you see a ellipse. Okay, you see a ellipse. It is not exactly in a circular shape, but it is elongated circle shape, ellipse. Then what is parabola? Parabola is you will cut this one at beta angle. Okay, at beta angle, alpha equal to beta you will cut, but you will cut it up like this. Okay, you cut it up. Okay, it need not be alpha equal to beta. I think you will cut it basically to the top of the cone. Okay, then you get a parabola. Okay, then when you are cutting the two naps, okay, so far we have cut the nap only either upper nap or lower nap, but not both of them at the same time. In hyperbola case, you actually cut them both the naps with a plane, then you get a hyperbola like this. You get basically double parabola, right? Parabola which are two parabolas separated by some distance, correct? So this is called hyperbola. So this is how all these conics are obtained basically from a double napped cone. It is just a cut of a plane at a different angles. Okay, that is what you need to understand, which means they are all somewhere they are related, their equations, the terminology, and those things are very related. Okay, so let's learn more about each individual. Okay, first let's see the circle. We know circle very well. Circle is basically locus of point which is equidistant from a given point. The given point is called the center, correct? And the locus is called circle or circumference. Okay, in other terms, right? That is the circle. So it is equidistant from a fixed point, and the equation of a circle is, if it is center is at origin, then it is x square plus y square equal to r square. If the center is at h comma k, then it is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. How did you get this equation? Very simple. You take the circle here, h comma k is center, xy is any point on the circle. Now I need the locus of x comma y. How do I get it? The distance is constant. Distance is constant. That means x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. This is radius, right? Radius of the circle, r square. That's it, you got. Okay. So this is the basic idea about a circle, and then let's see all possible equations which we can come across in the circle. Okay. Let's do the exercise on circle now first. Okay. So this is the straightforward questions 1 to 5 are. They are given a center which is h comma k and a radius which is r. Okay. So how do you define the circle equation? X minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equal to r square. Here a comma b is center. So it will become x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to 2 square, right? Which is nothing but, if I simplify, I get x square plus y square minus 4y equal to 0. This is the equation of the circle. Okay, so similarly second one, third, you can do all this, all are same actually. Okay, all 5 are same, so you can do it yourself. Next. Okay, find the center and radius of the circles. Here circle equation is given and you have to find the center and radius. Okay, so x plus 5 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square equal to 36. I can rewrite this as 36 as 6 square. Okay, then my center is nothing but minus 5 plus 3. Be careful about the sign. You always take, let's say center is a comma b, then you call a equal to x plus 5. Okay, then x will become a minus 5, right? Right? Or x plus 5 equal to 0 you take, then the center coordinate x is minus 5, y minus 3 equal to 0, then y is equal to 3. So center is minus 5 comma 3 and the radius is square root of 36, which is 6. And there is no plus or minus, okay, because radius is the length, it will be always positive. Okay, so similarly 6 to 9 you can solve it same way. When you are given an equation something like this, okay, bigger equation, you try to convert into x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equal to some k square. This format you have to convert. Okay, how can you do that? Let's do this one. X square, and I am taking minus 4x. Okay, and then I need, if this is nothing but minus 2 into 2x, minus 2 into 2 into x, correct? So x is there already, a square, minus 2 is a minus b whole square, you will get the coefficient to minus 2. Then another 2 is there, which is nothing but 2 square. So I added a 4, 2 square here. Then for y I require y square minus 8y, I need plus 16, which is equal to this 45 I am taking to other side and I am adding this whatever I added, 4 plus 16. Okay, so this will become x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square equal to 65. This is nothing but square root of 65 whole square. So center is 2 comma 4 and radius is square root of 65. Okay, so similarly you can solve the other two problems in this straightforward questions. Okay, now next, find the equation of the circle passing through the points 4 comma 1 and 6 comma 5 and whose center is on the line 4x plus y equal to 16. Okay, so here they did not give center, they did not give radius. Okay, they gave 2 points, okay, from which circle is passing through. Okay, that means if you have a circle equation, these 2 points satisfy those circle equation, and the center is on the line 4x plus y equal to 16. Okay, so let's see how to do this. Okay, let the center be h comma k and the radius be r. Okay, simple. This is my equation, is standard equation, x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. Okay, now 4 comma 1 and 6 comma 5 lie on this circle, so substitute it and then you will get 4 minus h whole square plus 1 minus k whole square equal to r square, which is this one. Okay, which is same as 6 minus h whole square plus 5 minus k whole square. Correct. Now I equate both sides, I expand both of them, then cancel the terms which are common. Then I am left with h plus 2k minus 11 equal to 0. This is my equation 1. Okay, and equation 2 is h comma k is the center of the circle and this lies on the line 4x plus y equal to 16. So if I substitute h comma k and 4x plus y equal to 16, I get 4h plus k equal to 16 or 4h plus k minus 16 equal to 0, right? From these two equations, if I solve them, I get my h and k. They are nothing but h comma k is 3 comma 4, that is the center. Okay, now substitute this in the any of the equations you have, right? H comma k you can substitute here. Once you substitute, you will know that the radius square is 10. Okay, which means radius is square root of 10. So equation of the circle is x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square equal to 10. If I expand it, this is what it is: x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y plus 15 equal to 0. This is my expansion. Okay, so yeah, hope you understand how to solve the circle equation problems. Okay, when no center is not given and radius is not given. Okay, this kind of problems you will see. Next, so this one is also exactly same. Find the equation of the circle passing through 2 points and then center is on another line. So exactly same way you will do it. You can do it yourself and cross check the answer. Okay, next. Find the equation of the circle with radius 5 whose center lies on x-axis and passes through the point 2, 3. Yeah, this is also similar to the above one. So if you see in a circle equation, you have x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. So how many variables are there? You have three variables, h, k and r, correct? So basically you require a minimum of three clues to solve this equation, right? You need a three variable, it's a three variable equation. So you need three equations to solve it. So always you will see there will be inherently three clues in the problem. Okay, so here let's see what are the clues possible given here. Radius is given, which is r equal to 5, straightforward, and center is on x-axis, which means it is something like h comma 0. There is no k, right? So two equations are enough for you to solve this problem. So x minus h whole square plus y minus z whole square equal to 5 square, and it is given that 2 comma 3 lies on the circle. So you substitute 2 comma 3, then you get h you will get two uh, values for h actually. Okay, 6 and minus 2 both are possible. Okay, so you can construct a circle with 6 comma 0 as center, minus 6 comma 0 and minus 2 comma 0, both are possible centers. Okay, with the both will pass through the point 2 comma 3 and radius of 5. Okay, so with h equal to 6, I get a circle equation which is x minus 6 whole square plus y square equal to 25, or expansion here. With h equal to minus 2, I get the circle equation as x plus 2 whole square plus y square equal to 25. Expansion is here. Both are possible solutions. Next. Find the equation of the circle passing through 0, 0 and making intercepts a, b on the coordinate axis. Again, you see three clues are given. One is passing through 0, 0. X-intercept is a, which means 0, a, 0 it is passing through, and y-intercept, y-intercept is b, which means 0, b also it is passing through. So three equations they have given inherently, right? So let's solve it. Okay, the circle equation is this one, general equation. It is passing through all these 3 points. So I have h square plus k square equal to r square. This is my first equation. A minus h whole square plus k square equal to r square. This is second equation. H square plus b minus k whole square equal to r square. This is my third equation. From E1 and E2, I can solve it and I'll get h equal to a by 2. E1 and E3 I solve and I get k equal to b by 2. Now if I substitute h equal to a by 2, k equal to b by 2 in E1, right, this equation, I get a by 2 whole square plus b by 2 whole square equal to r square, which implies r square is nothing but a square plus b square by 4. Now my simple thing is I have h comma k, I have r square. What else I require? Nothing else, right? So circle equation is x minus a by 2 whole square plus y minus b by 2 whole square equal to a square plus b square by 4. You expand it, this is what you get. Okay, this is the answer. Next. Yeah. Find the equation of a circle with center 2 comma 2 and passes through the point 4 comma 5. Yeah, this is a straightforward question. With center, I can construct the circle equation which is x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to r square. Now substitute 4 comma 5. Okay, I get r square. R square is nothing but 13. So I just put it and expand it. This is the solution. Okay, now next is, does the point minus 2 comma 5 comma 3 comma 5 lie inside or outside the circle. Okay, so this is simple. When you want to check if a given point is inside or outside, you substitute the point and see if it is less than r square or greater than r square. If it is greater than r square, it is lie outside the circle. If it is less than, it is inside. So substitute and see. If I substitute, I get 18.5. 18.5 is less than 25, which means the point lies inside the circle. Okay, this is how you will check. So these are the tricks and traits of the circle equations based on circle equation questions. There will be more, but these are the basics, very basics. All these things you should understand completely, thoroughly. Okay, next. Yeah, next let's understand parabola. Okay, parabola is a set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed line and fixed point in the plane. Okay, so which means if this curve is a parabola, then every point here, okay, has a distance with a point called focus. Okay, a fixed point called focus and a fixed line called directrix. Okay, there is a fixed line, there is a fixed point. Okay, and this line, every point on this has equidistance, means P3F is equal to P3B3. Okay, P2F is equal to P2B2. P1F is equal to P1B1. Okay, so this is the definition of a parabola. If it is set of all the points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point and a fixed line. Okay, this is one. And here the terminology is, this line, fixed line, is called directrix, and the point where the parabola intersects with the axis is called a vertex, and the fixed point is called focus, and the line which is passing through focus and vertex is called axis. Okay, now general equation of a parabola is y square equal to 4ax, y square equal to minus 4ax, and so on. We'll understand. And there is a something called latest rectum. I'll show you in the next slide. Okay, which one is the latest rectum? Okay, next. So these are the types of parabolas which it can form. Okay, on the x-axis means focus fixed point, that is focus point, is on x-axis, or on the positive x-axis, on the negative x-axis, on the positive y-axis, and positive negative y-axis. So whenever it is here, the directrix is exactly opposite side of that same axis. Okay, so if this is a comma 0, focus point is a comma 0, my directrix will be, equation of my directrix is x equal to minus a. Here focus point is minus a comma 0, so my directrix is x equal to plus a. Okay, here focus point is on 0 comma a, so y equal to minus a is my directrix. Similarly here. Okay, and yeah, rest all information will be according to this one, these equations. And equations, if you see, x square equal to 4ax is the default parabola equation. If it is going to the other side of x-axis, it's called minus 4ax. If it is forming on the y-axis, then it is, general equation is x square equal to 4ay. Okay, if it is on the reverse of y-axis, that is negative side of y-axis, then it is x square equal to minus 4ay. Okay, so these are the information here. Now, what is latest rectum? Latest rectum is the perpendicular line which is passing to the focus point and touching the parabola uh, curve. Okay, so latest rectum length is from here to here. Okay, this is equal to 4a. Latest rectum length is always 4a. If you take y square equal to 4ax, the 4a is the latest rectum length. Okay, so remember this one. Then let's get into some problems, see what kind of problems you can see in parabola. Okay, in each of the following exercises, find the coordinates of focus, axis of parabola, equation of directrix, and length of latest rectum. All this you find out. Okay, first one is y square equal to, yeah, 12x. Compare with y square equal to 4ax. Okay, so which means a is equal to 3. Hence focus is at 3 comma 0. Axis of parabola is an x-axis, which is y equal to minus 3. Latest rectum is 4a, which is 12. Okay, so these are the important information about the parabola. Similarly, you solve it for others. Just be careful. If it is x square equal to 6y, then parabola is forming on the y-axis, positive y-axis. So compare it with x square equal to 4ay. Now everything will change. Okay, focus point will be 0 comma 3 by 2. Axis of parabola is y-axis. Equation of directrix is x equal to this is actually minus 3 by 2. Okay, x equal to minus 3 by 2. Latest rectum is 4a, which is 6. Okay, so yeah, write it accordingly. Check it carefully. I made a mistake, so similarly don't make a mistake. Okay, next. is also same again. Okay, y square equal to 10x, x square equal to minus 9y. Okay, so these are the six problems, and then now we need to find the equation of a parabola with the given conditions. Okay, first is focus point is given, directrix is given. Focus point is given means a is given, a comma 0, and a comma 0, if the focus point is on a comma 0, parabola is formed on the positive x-axis, so it is y square equal to 4ax, where a is equal to 6, right? So equation is x square equal to 24x, sorry, y square equal to 24x. This is my equation. Similarly, focus point is on the y. Okay, so my a is minus 3, so equation will be x square equal to minus 12y. Okay, similarly, other problems you can solve it yourself. Okay, here vertex is given and the parabola is passing through 2 comma 3, and x-axis axis is along x-axis. Okay, because axis is given along x-axis, my equation will be y square equal to 4ax, then vertex is 0 comma 0, x comma y is 2 comma 3, means it is passing through 2 comma 3. So if I substitute 2 comma 3, I get 3 square equal to 4a2. From this I can get a value, which is 9 by 8. So my equation is y square equal to 4 into 9 by 8x, which is 2y square equal to 9x. This is my equation of the parabola. Okay, vertex is 0 comma 0 passing through 5 comma 2 and symmetric with respect to y-axis. Okay, so that means you have to take the equation x square equal to 4ay and do it same way. Okay, you will get 2x square equal to 25x. This is 25y, sorry. Okay, 2x square equal to 25y. This is my equation of parabola here. Let's understand the ellipse now. Okay, so ellipse looks like the shape given here. Okay, and ellipse is very similar to the circle. Only difference, the major differences are ellipse has two centers. Okay, we call them focus, two focus points. Okay, the plural of focus is foci. So it will have two focus points, and the ellipse is defined as um, the locus of a point. Okay, which is equal distance from sum of distances from the foci. Means the sum of distance from two focus points, constant points, is always same. That means P1F1 plus P1F2 is equal to, okay, P2F1 plus P2F2, which is equal to P3F1 plus P3F2. Okay, this is the locus of ellipse. Okay, if you understand this, how to draw the ellipse, you can actually put two centers and then take a thread, connect it here, and then you just draw like this. Okay, you can see videos of this one, how to do that. It's very interesting. Okay, so let's understand the ellipse more. Okay, this is the definition of the ellipse. The fixed lines, the this one is called the major axis. Okay, because it is bigger one, and it is the minor axis. Okay, the center point is the center. Okay, normally at origin. Then two focus points f1 and f2 are called foci. Okay, plural of focus. Then vertex A and B are called vertex. Okay, and C and D also called vertex. Okay, and CD is the minor axis. It has two axes, major axis and minor axis. Major axis always goes uh, through the focus. Okay, minor axis is perpendicular to the major axis. Okay, so this is the information about the ellipse, and the equation of ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. Okay, you can easily derive. You can just look at the book how to derive this equation. Very easy. The underlying concept is this one. You take x comma y here and then two focus points. Then you can easily establish that P1 F1 plus P2 F2 equal to this one. So you can easily establish and get this equation. Okay, latest rectum of ellipse is the same one. Okay, which we defined in parabola. The line which is going through the focus and touching the ellipse. Okay, ellipse points. Okay, so this length is called latest rectum, and its length is 2b square by a. Okay, so this is the information about the ellipse. Yeah, let's see some more ellipse shapes. Ellipse can be either major axis can be on x-axis, then the equation is x squared by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, or okay, the major axis can be on the y-axis. In this case also, since it is on the y-axis, y square by a square plus x square by b square equal to 1. Okay, so only thing is, remember, the vertex points will change. The vertex is 0 comma a and 0 comma minus a here. Here it is a comma 0 minus a comma 0. Okay, a comma 0 here, minus a comma 0 here. Okay, other one is b comma 0 and minus b comma 0. Okay, so that's the only difference, right? So depending on the focus points or the vertex, you can understand easily whether it is the major axis on the x-axis or y-axis. Okay, eccentricity. Okay, eccentricity of a ellipse is the ratio is from center, this is O is center to the focus length, ratio to center to the vertex. That means C by A is the eccentricity. Okay, and also note down C square equal to A square minus B square, that is major axis square minus minor axis square is C square. Okay, so these all can be derived very easily. You can just look at the book for the proofs. Okay, so note down all these formulae which are very simple for ellipse. Now let's get into the exercise. Okay, so this is a summary of your ellipse. Okay, exercise. Let's do the exercise 10.3 on ellipse. Okay, so given the equation of the ellipse from questions 1 to 9, you have to find out all the information about the ellipse. Okay, the focus, the foci, the vertices, the length of major axis, length of minor axis, eccentricity, and length of latest rectum. Okay, of the ellipse. Let's do two of them for major axis and minor axis and x-axis and y-axis, and rest all follow the same up to 9. Okay, so the first one is given information is only this much: x square by 36 plus y square by 16 equal to 1. Okay, now from this we know the major axis is on the x-axis because it is 36 is greater than 16. So a equal to 6, b equal to 4, c is nothing but square root of a square minus b square, which is square root of 20. So the focus is on plus or minus c comma 0, that's plus or minus root 20 comma 0. Okay, so here important thing is, since the x is a square is greater than b square here, so the x the denominator below x square is the greater than, that means the major axis is on the x-axis. So it will become plus or minus c comma 0. Otherwise it will become 0 comma plus or minus c. Okay, so note down. That's the only difference. Rest all everything remains same. Vertex is plus or minus a comma 0. That's because it is on the major axis is on the x-axis. So which is nothing but plus or minus 6 comma 0. Length of major axis is 2a, which is 12. Minor axis is 2b, which is 8. Eccentricity is always c by a, which is square root of 20 by 6. Okay, and which is nothing but square root of 5 by 3. Latest rectum is 2b square by a, which is 2 into 16 by 6, which is 16 by 3. Okay, let's do for the major axis on the y-axis. Okay, so which is x square plus 4 plus x square by 4 plus y square by 25 equal to 1. So here b is equal to 2. Okay, because this is smaller. Always smaller should be b, bigger should be a. Okay, a is 5, but the only thing is, remember the bigger value is denominator of y square, which means major axis is on the y. Okay, just note down that, then rest all formulas are same. Okay, c is equal to square root of a square minus b square, which is square root of 21. Focus is, so this is where it changes, 0 comma plus or minus c. Okay, because it's on the y axis, which is nothing but 0 comma plus or minus square root of 21. Vertex is 0 comma plus or minus a. A is my major, a is on the major axis, so plus or minus 5. Length of major axis is 10. Length of minor axis is 4. Eccentricity is same, c by a, which is square root of 21 by 5. Latest rectum is 2b square by a, which is 8 by 5. Okay, so this is all same, and up to 1 to 9 you can follow the same. Okay, third, fourth, you can just do it yourself and cross check the answer once. Okay, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9. Okay, now next 10 to 20, you have to construct the equation of the ellipse. Okay, given the conditions. So given information is vertices are on the plus or minus 5 comma 0 and foci on the plus or minus 4. Okay, so ellipse equation, what are the two things which you need? A and B. A is given, vertices are plus or minus 5 means A, this is nothing but, so A is given, and it is also clear that this vertex is on the x-axis, which means major axis is the x-axis. I just need to get a B. How can I get B? I have A value, I have foci, which is C, right? A and C I have, so B is nothing but C square equal to A square minus B square, so B is equal to square root of 25 minus 16, which is 3. So now my ellipse equation is x squared by 25 plus y squared by 9 equal to 0 because this is major axis is on the x. Okay. So similarly on the y-axis, this is on the major axis. Axis is on the y-axis. So information is given. You will construct in the exactly same way. Everything. Okay. Here also it is same. Vertices and focus are given, so it is same. Do it yourself. Okay. Ends of major axis is given, which is nothing but a comma 0 basically, right? And ends of minor axis is given, 0 comma b is given. I don't have c. I don't actually require c, right? Do I need c? I don't need c. A and b are enough for me to construct an ellipse equation, right? So a is 3, b is 2, so x squared by 9 plus y squared by 4 equal to 1. That's it. Okay, then again same, ends of major axis is given, minor axis is given, but just careful, major axis is on the y axis. Okay, so x square by 9, 3 square will come under y square. Okay, y square by 9, x square by 1. Okay, that is the important thing. Okay, note down that. Next, length of major axis is given, which is 26, and foci is plus or minus 5 comma 0. So this is my c, correct? C is 5, and length of major axis is nothing but 2a. 2a equal to 26, a is 13, so I can derive my b. B is equal to square root of a square minus c square, which is 12, right? Once I have a and b, the equation is simple because here foci is on the 5 comma 0, which is x-axis. So major axis is the x-axis. X square by 169 plus y square by 144 equal to 1. Now, length of minor axis is given, which is b, and foci is given. So it's exactly similar to the above problem. Just put the numbers carefully and then solve it yourself. Yeah, next one is foci is plus or minus 3 comma 0 and a is equal to 4, which is given straightforward. So we know that c is 3, a is 4. So major axis is horizontal because you can look at the foci, right? So b is equal to square root of a square minus c square, which is nothing but square root of 7. So equation of ellipse is x square by 16 plus y square by 7 equal to 1. Okay. So this is b and c are given, and the center is at origin and foci is on x-axis, which is given very clearly. Okay. So b is my 2b is my minor axis length, 2a is my major axis length. From b and c, I can get my a value, which is nothing but uh, a is equal to 16 plus 9 square root, which is 5. Okay. Then the equation of ellipse is square x square by 25 plus y square by 9 equal to 1. Okay. Next. Yeah, here center is at 0 comma 0, major axis is on the y axis, careful. Okay, and passes through the points 3 comma 2 and 1 comma 6. Okay, which is simple. First take the general equation, which is this one, x square by b square plus y square by a square equal to 1. This is what for the major axis is on the y axis. Okay. Now, if I substitute 3 comma 2, what I will get is 9a square plus 4b square equal to a square b square. Okay. If I substitute 1 comma 6, I get a square plus 36b square equal to a square b square. From these two equations, I can solve. Okay. I try to make same a square. So 9 times if I multiply and subtract, what I will get is 80b square. Okay. Equal to 8 a square b square, which is implies b square equal to 10. Okay. From that, I can get my a square, which is 40. Okay. Now, just careful. It is major axis is on the y axis. So, equation of ellipse is x square by 10 plus y square by 40 equal to 1. Okay. Yeah. Next one is major axis is on the x axis and passes through the points. Exactly same as above. Only thing is major axis is on the x axis. So, carefully do it. Yeah. You can do it yourself. Next. Let's learn about the hyperbola. Hyperbola is very similar to the ellipse. We said there point on ellipse is constant. Uh, it's a distance from two focus. The sum of the distance from two focus is constant. Okay. In hyperbola, the difference of distance from the two focus is constant. Okay. So if you see the definition of hyperbola, if you take a point P1 on hyperbola, P1 F1 minus or difference, okay, to P1 F2 is same as P2 F1 difference to P2 F2. Okay, the difference is constant. Okay, not the absolute minus, but the difference is constant. Okay, if you take P3 on other side of the hyperbola, okay, so P3 F2 minus P3 F1. okay, or P3F1 minus P3F2, which is constant, same as the other one, okay. And the nomenclature is, the axis is called transverse here, okay, and the perpendicular is called conjugate, okay. So that's the only difference, otherwise everything is same, okay. The center, vertices, focus points, the foci, all are same. The typical equation of hyperbola is x square minus a square minus y square minus b square equal to 0, okay. So depending on which one is in the positive side, not the minus, okay, the axis is on it, okay, the transverse is on it. Suppose in this case x square by a square, so you call the focus point as 0 comma a comma 0, plus or minus a comma 0, and the axis, transverse axis is x-axis, okay. So that's the only thing, okay. If you see here, the reverse, okay. So here y square by a square, okay, y square is beginning with y square, so the transverse is on the y-axis, okay, and the vertices are 0 plus or minus a, and focus is 0 plus or minus c, 0 comma plus or minus c. So that's the only difference, okay. So hyperbola is called, if a equal to b, the hyperbola is called equilateral hyperbola. Latest rectum is same as the previous one, ellipse, which is 2b square by a. Eccentricity is same, c by a, and here c square equal to a square plus b square, okay. So note down this one. Let's get into the exercise. Once we solve the simple problems, then you understand how to construct a ellipse, sorry, not, this is not ellipse, this is hyperbola, sorry, hyperbola equations, okay. Okay, so here equation is given, x square by 16 minus y square by 9 equal to 1, okay. I need to find out the focus, vertex, eccentricity, and latest vector, okay. So from this one I know that it is positive one is x square by 16, correct. So transverse axis is on the x-axis, and vertices are plus or minus a comma 0. So a is 4, okay, a is 4, b is 3, c is nothing but c square equal to a square plus b square, so c is nothing but 5. Focus points are plus or minus c comma 0, which means plus or minus 5 comma 0. Vertex is plus or minus 4 comma 0. Eccentricity is the c by a, which is 5 by 4. Latest rectum is 2b square by a, which is 9 by 2. Okay. So similarly, you can solve all the problems 1 to 6, which are exactly similar. Only thing is, make sure that here x square by 16 is beginning first term. Here y square by 9. That means transverse axis is on the y-axis. So the focus points will change to 0 comma plus or minus a. Vertex will change to 0 comma plus or minus a, where this a is nothing but this one. Okay, square root of this value. Okay, so you can solve rest of the problem up to 6. All are same. Okay, 5 and 6 all are same. Okay. Whenever you are given equation like this, you first translate into y square or x square by a square minus x square or y square by b square equal to 1. You have to translate into this equation, then you can get all the information. Okay. So next is vertices and foci are given. Construct the hyperbola equation. So vertices is this one. It is starting with x coordinate, right? So which means it is on the x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. So this is nothing but plus or minus a comma 0. So a equal to 2. Then focus is c equal to 3. So from this I can derive my b, which is nothing but square root of 5. So my hyperbola equation is x square minus 4 by minus y square by x square by 4 minus y square by 5 equal to 1. Okay. So similarly, you can do the other problems. Only thing is, make sure that where is the vertices and focus. Is it x comma 0 or 0 comma x, 0 comma y. Based on that, you build your hyperbola equation with either x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0 equal to 1, or y square by b square a square minus x square by b square equal to 1. Okay. So this up to 15 all are same. You are given vertices and focus, and then you have to build this one. So here, okay, this problem, focus points are given, transverse axis of length 8. Okay. So which is transverse axis? From the focus coordinates, we can see the transverse axis is x-axis. Okay. And the transverse axis is 8, which means 2a equal to 8. So a equal to 4, c is 5. So I can construct, get my b square is nothing but c square minus a square, which is 9. So my hyperbola equation is here from this. Okay. So similarly, here conjugate axis is given, which means 2b equal to 24. So b is equal to 12, and this is on the y-axis. right? Transverse axis is on the y-axis, so you will get y square by 25 minus x square by 144 equal to 1. Okay, same. Okay, this is also same. Instead of the focus point is given and the latest rectum length is given. Latest rectum we know is nothing but 2b square by a, which is 12. So you have c, you have 2b square by a. So you can easily derive this from the equation. Okay, b square you substitute c square minus a square, and you have the c value. So it will translate into single variable equation. From this you can get a, which is minus 8 comma 2. So we have to take only positive values. So this is the only valid one. Okay. Now b square equal to 12. So hyperbola is this equation. Okay. Similarly, vertices are given. E is given. E is c by a. Correct. So once you know this one, I think you can easily construct the hyperbola equations based on this. Okay. You solve it yourself and then uh, check the answer once. Okay. The last one is focus points is given and they said passing through 2 comma 3. Okay, this is slightly different. Since focus is given, c equal to square root of 10. Okay, and a square plus b square equal to c square, which is 10. Now hyperbola is passing through 2 comma 3. So now which one is? This is starting with y square by a square, right? So this is my y. So 9 by a square minus 4 by b square equal to 1. Okay, b square I am writing in terms of a because I want to maintain a single variable. Okay, and then simplify it and solve for a, you get a square, which is 5. Since a square is less than c square, correct? So this is important. We have to take a square should be less than c square, right? C is square root of 10. If I take a square as 18, then c square is 10. This is not a valid solution, correct? So valid solution is only a square equal to 5. Then from that I can derive my b square equal to also 5. So the hyperbola equation is y square by 5 minus x square by 5 equal to 1. This is my hyperbola equation. Let's see the quick comparison table of each of the conic: circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. Okay, so circle is equidistant from the fixed point, parabola is the equidistant from the point and a line, ellipse is sum of distances from two foci is constant, hyperbola is difference of distances from two foci is constant. And these are the equations, standard equations, and what is the eccentricity of each one. Okay, so this is the basic comparison table for the conics. Okay, then another interesting part is, if we are all so far discussed all the conics with respect to origin as I mean the vertexes at origin are basically origin centric, right? What if the conic is not centric about origin? Then what? Okay, then the standard form is actually same as the pair of straight line equations: ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus g 2gx plus 2fy plus c, which is same for pair of straight lines as well as all the conics actually. Okay, the difference is what is the discriminant that makes all the difference. Okay, so here discriminant we know abc plus 2fgh minus af square minus bg square minus ch square. Okay, so there are two cases, right? Whether the discriminant is 0 and discriminant is non-zero. Discriminant is 0, we know that is nothing but the straight line part, right? It's a pair of straight lines. If the discriminant is determinant is 0, sorry, determinant of discriminant is 0, delta basically, this is 0, then it is a pair of straight lines. Okay, and there also we have some conditions: ab minus h square. We can call it pair of straight lines that are coincident or parallel in nature. If ab minus h square is less than 0, then they are intersecting. If ab minus h square is greater than 0, then their single point occurs. Okay, so this we know. When the determinant is not equal to 0, and these conditions, with these conditions, we get each of this conic equation. Okay, so this is what is most important. Okay, we were discussing about e value, right? So this is where it comes from actually. Okay, e equal to 0, e equal to 1, less than 1, greater than 1. This is where it comes. Okay, and there is another one called rectangular hyperbola, which is not out of syllabus. Just I'm giving the information. Okay, so they are basically related. Okay, if you want, you just get into this one and try to understand more, read more about this literature. You will understand the complete this geometrical figures relation. Okay. Yeah, next let's do some miscellaneous exercise and then wrap up this chapter. Okay. Okay, if a parabolic reflector is 20 centimeters in diameter and 5 centimeters in depth, find its focus. Okay. the reflector is 20 centimeters in diameter. That means AB is 20 centimeters, okay, and 5 centimeters in depth. That is F and V, FV is equal to 5, correct? So AB equal to 20, FE equal to 5. If V is vertex, which is at origin, that's what we assume, then F is 0, comma 5, correct? That's it, right? It is 0, comma 5 because it's shown like this, okay, in the vertical. Yeah. Next one is an arch is in the form of parabola with its axis vertical. Axis vertical. Look at the picture, then you will understand very easily. This is what not given in the question. Okay, this is what we have drawn. Okay, the bell or arch is something like this. Okay, below the y-axis, below the x-axis. Okay, and symmetric about y-axis like this. Okay, the arch is 10 meters in height. The height is 10 meters, which means OC is 10 meters, okay, and 5 meters wide at the base. AB is 5 meters, okay. Now, how wide is it? 2 meters from the vertex of the parabola. Okay, so how can you find out that one? 2 meters from vertex. That means you need to first construct a parabola equation. Only then you can actually substitute whatever value you want, x value or y value, then you will get the other one, right? So here in this case, they said 2 centimeters below the vertex, which means they gave the y coordinate. You need to find the x coordinate of this one. Then sum of those two x minus x minus x, you will get sum of that. That is what is mn. So mn is what we need to find out. Okay. Now look at carefully. They said the base is 5 meters, which means if this is origin, okay, C also will have its x coordinate as 0, correct? Then A and B are nothing but plus or minus 5 by 2, because AB is 5, so this is half, this is half. So plus or minus 5 by 2 comma minus 10. Why minus 10? This is 10 meters below the x-axis, correct? So this is what your B coordinate B, okay, and A coordinate is simply minus 5 by 2 comma minus 10, okay. When you substitute these two in the parabola equation, you get the required values. Then you can do whatever you want, right? So given that AB equal to 20, vertex is at origin, OC equal to DB equal to 10, AB is 5. So the coordinates of B is nothing but 5 by 2 comma minus 10. Now let's assume the equation is x square minus 4ay because it is below the x-axis, okay, and symmetric about y-axis, okay. Then substitute point B in the equation, you get the value of A. A is nothing but 5 by 32. Okay. Now points M and N are nothing but, if I call it K, K comma minus 2 and minus K comma minus 2, right? Because they are 2 below the y-axis. Okay. Now substitute this back into the equation with A as 5 by 2, 5 by 32. The equation becomes actually x square equal to minus 5 by 8y. Here, if I substitute k comma minus 2, let's say, k square equal to minus 5 by 2 minus 2 into minus 2, which is 5 by 4. So k is nothing but plus or minus square root of 5 divided by 2. Now, what is the width? Width is nothing but 2k, because this is plus k coordinate. X coordinate is plus k here, minus k here. So width is mn is nothing but 2k, which is square root of 5. That's the answer. Next. A cable of uniformly loaded suspension bridge hangs in the form of a parabola. The roadway, which is horizontal and 100 meters long, is supported by vertical wires attached to the cable. The longest wire being 30 meters. Okay. And the shortest being 6 meters. Longest is here 30 meters, shortest is here 6 meters. This is supporting the cable here. Okay. The cable is bent like a parabola. And AB is 100 meters. Okay. Since it is given, this is longest is 30, shortest is 6, we know that this will be 24 meters. Okay. Find the length of supportive wire attached on the to the roadway at 18 meters. Okay, this is exactly similar to the previous problem, even though the question asked is in slightly different way. That's all, but the problem is same actually. Okay, so consider O as the origin again. Now this is, if you call this as x-axis, then this is opened up, okay, above x-axis and symmetric about y-axis. So equation is y square equal to 4ay, correct? Now if I find one of the coordinate, then I can easily substitute and get the value of a. Okay, which one? I can get one of this very easily, right? My a is nothing but a or b basically, because this is 100 meters symmetric about y-axis. This is minus 50, correct? X coordinate is minus 50 plus 50, okay, and it is 24 meters above origin. So which means a is minus 50 comma 24, b is 50 comma 24, right? Now you substitute this point, one of these points, into y x square equal to 4ay. You get the value of a. A is nothing but 625 divided by 24. So this is my parabola. X square equal to 625 by 6 y. Now I need to find out the point P, which is 18 comma k. 18 comma k, right? This is somewhere here, 18 comma k. X is 18, right? It is attached to the roadway 18 meters from the middle. From middle, it is 18 meters. So X is 18. So how much height is required? That's what is the question. Okay. Now simply substitute 18 comma k in this equation. You get the k value. K is nothing but 3.11 meters approximately. Okay. Now k is nothing but up to this point only. Okay. Now you should add plus 6 meters to make sure that it requires that big. Okay. So supportive wire length is 6 plus 3.11, which is 9.11 meters. Okay. Hope you understand this problem. Do it yourself. You will understand it very clearly. An arch is in the form of a semi-ellipse. It is 8 meters wide and 2 meters high at the center. Find the height of the arch at a point 1.5 meters from one end. Okay, this is a similar problem to the previous one. Only difference is it's an ellipse now. Okay, so they only mentioned about semi-ellipse, but we can actually construct the full ellipse. Only thing is he talked only about this one. He gave information only in the semi-ellipse, which is we can just easily extend it, right? Because he has given it is 8 meters wide, so this is nothing but your 2a, right? 2a equal to 8 meters and 2b equal to b equal to 2 meters ck. Okay, 2b is 4, b is 2 meters. With these two I can construct my ellipse, which is nothing but x square by 16 plus y square by 4 equal to 1. Now I need to find a point which is 1.5 meters from one end. Okay, from let's take end b, then it is 1.5 meters from here, which means its x coordinate is nothing but 2.5, because whole this one is 4, right? This is 4, 0 to origin to b is 4. So this is 2.5. So the point is 2.5 comma k. Now I just know what is my point x coordinate. To get the y coordinate, I'll substitute it into the ellipse equation, right? That's all I have done here. And I get my k value as around 1.56 meters approximately. Okay. Height of the arch at that point is around 1.56 meters. Okay. A rod of length 12 centimeters moves with its ends always touching the coordinate axis. Determine the equation of the locus of the point on the rod, which is 3 meters from one end in contact with x-axis. Okay. So very important, very interesting and important question. You need to draw the right diagram for this first. Okay. Rod of 12 centimeters moves with its ends always touching its coordinate axis. Means if you have x-axis, y-axis, the rod is like this. Okay. The rod can move actually, but one end is on y-axis always, other end is on x-axis always. Okay, so if I draw something like this, okay, my rod is 12 centimeters. Okay, 12 centimeters rod, that is AB. Okay, and let's say my A coordinate is a comma 0, B coordinates are 0 comma B. Okay, then take any point P on this rod PXY, which is 3 meters from one end. Okay, in contact with x-axis, means from this side, right? So if this is 3, this is 9, and this is what my pxy, and he is asking the locus of this pxy. Okay, so very interesting. This you can easily solve using taking this angle actually, and the right angle triangle. Okay, AB is given as 12, AP is 3, so PB is 9. So let Pn equal to x and Pm equal to y. Correct? Then this point will become x comma y. Now in PAM, okay, in this right angle triangle, okay, in this sine theta equal to y by 3. Sine theta is nothing but y by 3. This is y, right? This is my y height. Okay. Similarly, in this right angle triangle, B and P, okay, or PB and cos theta equal to, this is my x-axis, right? X coordinate, x by 9. Cos theta is x by 9. Now I know from these two equations how to get x and y relation, right? Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So if I add both of them, it will become y by 9 whole square plus x by 3 whole square equal to 1. This is the locus of a ellipse, right? So this point, as this rod moves, this P becomes like a ellipse actually. Okay, the locus of P is ellipse. Next. Find the area of the triangle formed by the lines joining vertex of the parabola x square equal to 12y to the ends of latest rectum. Okay, so this is a more straightforward question. If you take x square equal to 12y parabola, then a is nothing but 3, right? Because x square equal to 4ay, so a is 3. My latest rectum is 4a, which is 12. Endpoints of latest rectum will be plus or minus 2a comma a, right? So which means it is plus or minus 6 comma 3. Now the triangle is formed with these 3 points. One is origin 6 comma 3 and minus 6 comma 3. So you can just apply the triangle area formula here. 0 0 1 6 3 comma 1 minus 6 3 minus 6 3 comma and 1 and half, basically half of this one. So 18 square units is the answer. Next, a man running a race course notes that the sum of distances from two flag posts from him is always 10 meters. The distance between the flag post is 8 meters. That is this. Find the equation of the post raised by the man. Okay, so this is simply the definition of ellipse actually, right? The ellipse is the locus of a point which is equidistant from two fixed points. That is focus, right? Two foci is always same. That is what they are trying to tell. And they gave information that the distance between two flags is 8 meters, which means they are, if you take the center as origin, then they are 4 comma 0 and minus 4 comma 0. These are my foci coordinates. Then I just need to find the locus of this one, right? That's a traced by man. So this is simply same way you derive the ellipse equation. You can do it same way because the constant distance is constant, right? So CC1 is we got here already. C is 4 comma 0, C dash is minus 4 comma 0. So PC plus PC1 is equal to 10 always. So that is nothing but distance. So square root of x plus 4 whole square plus y square plus square root of x minus 4 whole square plus y square equal to 10. Now you can do square on, take one to the other side, square it and then remove the second square root also, right? So follow the steps, you will get the locus as ellipse only. Okay, x by 5 whole square plus y by 3 whole square equal to 1. Okay, next. An equilateral triangle is inscribed in the parabola y square equal to 4ax, where one vertex is at the vertex of a parabola. Okay, here that is one vertex of the triangle is at the parabola, that is O. Find the length of the side of triangle. Okay, so basically OAB is a equilateral triangle he mentioned, though it does not look like equilateral here. It's a equilateral triangle. Okay, now simply information given is y square equal to 4ax, correct? So if I take side of triangle as s, then this is s by 2, s by 2, correct? Because this will become your orthocenter, everything, perpendicular line, angular bisector, everything, because it's equilateral triangle, right? So s by 2, s by 2. So what is my coordinates? That is important, correct? So OB equal to OA equal to AB, which is C, which is S. Then CA or CB will become S by 2. Then OC square is nothing but OB square minus BC square, correct? OB is S, BC is S by 2. So I'll get my OC as root 3 S by 2. So that is the coordinate of this one, right? C coordinates are root 3 S by 2 comma 0, which lies on the x-axis. And B is perpendicularly S by 2 height, correct? So point B is nothing but root 3 S by 2 comma S by 2. This is B point because this is exactly perpendicularly S by 2 height, correct? So now B lies on the y square equal to 4ax. So if I substitute, I get S equal to 8 root 3a. This is nothing but side of the equilateral triangle. So side of equilateral triangle is 8 root 3a. Okay. So these are the variety of problems which are there in the NCERT book. Okay. Start looking at the problems like this miscellaneous exercise more actually. Problems don't come straightforward. You may have to, they may come in a twisted way, in a textual way. So you need to solve all those problems. Understand and draw the diagram first. Coordinate geometry or geometry is all about drawing the correct diagram. Once you draw the diagram, rest all is very easy. Okay. So yeah, that's all from the conic section. Thank you. Keep doing maths. I'll come up with the next chapter soon.